Hi, Tony Perkins, very good friend with Andy Plesser, also journalist at Always On. I'm sitting in for Andy here today, and sitting next to me is a very good friend, Eric Hippeau, who's a managing partner for Softbank Capital. Welcome to the Always On Media event.
Hey Tony, thanks for having me here. It's a great event.
It's pretty crazy. You're one of the only venture capitalists that is bold enough to really look at content plays, and you've made a bold investment in the Huffington Post, which is just going like gangbusters. So I wanted to get a little insight from you on what that investment is all about and what the vision is behind your investment.
We just feel that the Huffington Post's formula of doing news, which is a lot of personality, breaking news, immediate feedback from the blogging community, and as well as the people who are on the site, is exactly what people are looking for in terms of a news site. So our vision is that the Huffington Post is going to be the web's newspaper.
Okay, so what happens? Obviously, the one thing that's fixed in the world is the amount of time people have to consume content. So if Huffington Post continues to go like gangbusters like it is, it's stealing mindshare from something else. Where is it stealing mindshare from, do you think?
I haven't really thought about that too much. I would imagine that if it might steal share from the traditional newspapers and their own websites, it might steal some mind share from kind of generic news sites, let's call them, where all you get is just the breaking news, but you don't get the commentary, you don't get the background, you don't get the personality.
So are people sticking around because they get to interact and boosting those kind of numbers, like the average visit time, which obviously advertisers like? Is that part of the formula?
The average visit time on the Huffington Post, and you can verify this through Alexa or ComScore, is one of the highest, certainly one of the highest in the news category, and it's actually very, very high compared to all other content sites.
One of the things I've noticed is that many times the headline story will be summarized by the Huffington editors, but it'll take you to like Time Magazine. Are they just looking at news stories, picking the best source, and then throwing it up for debate in their community? Is that the strategy there?
Yes, this is what allows us to put a lot of news up, redirect traffic to the people who originated the news, which is only fair. But when we feel that there is enough depth or importance, then we can add a lot of context, and of course add the whole discussion part.
So, last question: 5 years out from now, do you think that all media sites will have to be like the Huffington Post and open up their brands for interactivity and community, or be left behind, or is there going to be room for printed newspapers and one-way news sites?
Look, the statistics for printed newspapers aren't very good. The readership is aging rapidly and is not being replaced by young people. Mm-hmm. The answer to your first part of the question is absolutely. You cannot have content that doesn't have interactivity, mm-hmm. Otherwise they'll be of no interest to people.
Well, that's great. Well, as an online content producer, I appreciate that guys like you are out pumping money into good content producers. I don't see a lot of that happening in Silicon Valley, so you should be very successful, I would predict. And thanks for being on the show.
Thanks, Tony.